Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jorvik, and in today's video we're going to be reacting to the new trailer for Secret Level. So if you don't know, Gamescom was going on this week, and if you don't know, they use, things like Gamescom or, like PAX and all this stuff to release new trailers for video game shows and movies and stuff that are related to video games, and that's what this is. So I am very curious to see this trailer. I'm a huge video game guy. I have my own gaming channel, so if you want to check that out, I'm going to start streaming soon on that with the new Star Wars game, Outlaws, which, yes, I am excited for, alright? I don't want to hear it. I understand the controversy, I get why it is, but I'm still going to play it. I've also been working the last year on updating my Platinum trophy catalog. I'm up to 40 Platinum games, so, I'm a huge gamer. I love this type of stuff. And this is like a mix of two of my favorite things, video games and TV. From what I understand, without seeing the trailer, is that this is an anthology series, but surrounded by video game characters, much in the way of like Love, Death, and Robots is. So I am really excited to see, one, who is going to be in the show, video game-wise, and just what the overall story could be. So we're going to watch this trailer together. We're going to break it down. Hopefully some of my video game knowledge will will help out here, but we'll definitely see. So if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite video game is in the comments below, and let's get into it. Ooh, is that Warhammer? Oh yes, by the way, it's gonna be on Prime. I forgot to mention that.
Time. This world has waited for your arrival.
That animation looks great. Yeah, I love Death and Robot. Is that Nathan Drake? I don't know who that is.
It is you. You will open the door. Because you are the chosen.
Is that Dead Space, maybe?
All those moments.
Oh.
It's a
Man,
new adventure.
The animation's sick. I look like Mega Man. It's Kratos.
Just for you.
Oh, December. Oh, that is Mega Man. Wow.
Come in. You have a game to play.
I sure do. That's... Oh, it's Pac-Man. That's pretty cool. Okay, I normally don't do this in these trailer reactions because obviously it's mostly TV and movies that I react to. But there was a lot in that trailer, and I think another way that I want to break this down really is to watch this other video that shows what every video game is, because a lot of it happens so quickly and some of the characters are updated that I couldn't really tell who some of them were. So we're gonna also watch this video and talk about it as we go. And
one of the most intriguing projects featured at Gamescom 2024 isn't a game at all, but an animated series. Prime Video's Secret Level is an anthology series by the creators of Love, Death, and Robots. Each episode is basically a short film inspired by the characters and worlds of iconic video games like God of War, Mega Man, Unreal Tournament, and Pac-Man. The first trailer for the series gives us a brief glimpse of these gorgeously animated shorts and the often surprising ways in which they reinvent familiar gaming icons. But which games are featured in the series? And is that really Keanu Reeves piloting a mecha suit? Let's break down exactly what we see in the trailer.
I didn't even
because you are the chosen.
Armored Core.
Perhaps the biggest surprise in the Secret Level trailer is the reveal that Keanu Reeves himself is apparently involved. Reeves, or someone who looks an awful lot like the John Wick star, can be seen in footage for the Armored Core episode. Reeves' character is shown entering an Armored Core mecha and suiting up for battle. Between this and his prominent role in Cyberpunk 2077, Reeves' gaming pedigree is very strong these days.
So, I don't know what Armored Core is, that must be an older game. But I mean, obviously it's mech based, so that's cool. Now Concord, this is a new game. I just saw the trailer for it on my PlayStation the other day. So this is a new game about to come out, so I'm curious.
I am developing a taste for destruction. Goodbye.
Yeah, I didn't
Concord
react
is
to
only
this,
just
that
now
trailer.
making its way to the PC and PS5, but it's
Yeah.
already getting an animated spin-off thanks to Secret Level. We can see a shot of the steep, vertically oriented city that was previously seen in the Concord cinematic trailer.
It's pretty cool. Crossfire. See, I thought that was Crossfire, but I wasn't 100% sure. And that's actually kind of crazy that Crossfire is
The
getting
tactical shooter series Crossfire
getting
is
an
one of the games
episode
featured in
because
Secret Level, which is interesting
I heard that game was not
considering
good,
that these games
personally.
aren't normally known for their intricate stories. We
Right.
see several quick shots of SWAT team characters in action,
That looks
promising
really cool,
a tense
though.
and
I do
gritty
like that.
addition to the series lineup.
Dungeons and Dragons. Okay.
What is that again? It's an owlbear.
Dungeons & Dragons fans were already treated to an entertaining live-action adaptation in 2023, and now they'll get to enjoy a
I
lavish
like that film.
CG-animated
Yeah.
D&D short thanks to Secret Level. We briefly see a massive dragon emerging from the shadows, as well as a shot of a sword-shaped bridge over a waterfall that leads to a fortress.
Yeah, I thought that was either like Lord of the Rings, so like Shadow of Mordor, or Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm glad that that got cleared up.
Based on these shots, it looks like Secret Level is opting for a more traditional and serious take on the franchise than the 2023 film.
Exodus.
The
That's
upcoming
also
science
a new
fiction
game.
game Exodus looks to be a natural fit for Secret Level, as it deals with the emotional fallout of time dilation and the way that time can pass in the blink of an eye for the human heroes fighting against the Celestials. We see that emotion on full display in a scene involving two aged characters tenderly reunited in a trailer.
Oh my gosh, that's a game I'm gonna have to play because I'm a huge science guy. Like I'm big into physics, astrophysics, you know, cosmology, all that kind of stuff like that. One of my favorite movies, actually, like my number one movie of all time so far, is Interstellar. Something that ties heavily into time and time dilation and that kind of stuff like that. So, I'm gonna have to watch that trailer. I'll probably react to it because I do want to, you know, branch out a little bit. But yeah, that looks very interesting. I'm very curious. Honor of Kings, I have not heard of.
We never would have predicted that a MOBA game like Honor of Kings would be one of the ones featured in
It's a
Secret
mobile
Level.
game, that's why I
But
don't
that
know
doesn't
it.
mean we're not interested to see how the series reinterprets this popular title. Based on the handful of quick shots seen in the trailer, it looks like Secret
like
Level
Avatar.
is opting for a relatively more realistic and detailed approach compared to the anime aesthetic of the game.
Yeah, Mega Man. You know, I've never played a Mega Man game. It was a little bit before my time.
Capcom's long-running Mega Man series is represented in Secret Level, though this isn't quite the Mega Man fans know from the classic 8-bit games. The series is clearly taking a much more realistic approach to the character. Well,
Yeah.
as realistic as a story about a cyborg boy with a giant cannon for a hand can be anyway. We see the character suiting up to take on Dr. Wily's robot masters.
I'm not familiar with that either.
It should probably come as no surprise that Amazon's own MMORPG New World would be among the games featured in this series.
Yeah, that
like
makes
in the
sense.
game, this short appears to be set
That's
on the
also why I've
fabled
never
island
heard
of
of it.
Eternum, as a lone hero prepares to prove his mettle and make his fortune. The quick glimpse seen in the trailer suggests this will be one of the more detailed and realistically rendered episodes of the series.
Yeah, that looks great.
That wah
the Outer
sound can mean
Worlds?
only one thing. We must gaze over an epic shot of a world, and there should
Wait,
be lens
there was-
flares. Now
The Outer
we
Worlds had a
see
sequel?
our hero, but only their silhouette, because the developers haven't finished the design.
Secret Level will be exploring the world of Halcyon from Obsidian's The Outer Worlds series. This short looks to have one of the most visually distinctive styles of the series. As you'd expect, The striking color palette of the games is on full display here.
Yeah, Pac-Man. We got a little tease to Pac-Man at the end there.
There's maybe no better example of how dramatically Secret Level will reinvent some iconic gaming properties than Pac-Man. You could be forgiven for not even realizing Pac-Man is included in the trailer. Far removed from the simplistic source material, the trailer shows us a hooded, seemingly alien figure making their way through a vast wasteland.
Is
The
that
trailer
supposed to
also
be
ends with a
Pac-Man?
quick glimpse of a robotic Pac-Man with razor-sharp teeth coming online. We have to wonder if Pac-Man is the villain in this peculiar but intriguing take on the franchise.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, it's God of War. And Ghost of Tsushima?
Here! Are you coming with us?
It appears that we're getting an episode framed around the PlayStation Studios lineup, as we see both God of War's Kratos and Ghost of Tsushima's Jin Sakai in the trailer.
Oh, I completely
The
missed
Kratos
it.
shot confirms that the series is taking its cues from the more recent God of War games, where Kratos is an axe-wielding slayer of Norse gods, rather than the original Greek mythology-focused games. We have
Fair.
to assume that means his son Atreus will be tagging along for the ride. What's really surprising, though, is that Kratos appears to be walking through a modern city.
Yeah.
Is this short going to be dealing with time travel? What happens when you turn cold-blooded killers like Kratos and Jin Sakai loose in the 21st century? And just how many PlayStation Studios characters are appearing in the episode? We can't wait to find out.
Yeah, so about that, I have played Ghost of Tsushima. Loved that game. Very beautiful game. It was actually the first platinum trophy I got last year when I got my PlayStation 5. It was the first like big game that I played. Enjoyed that game immensely. Now for God of War, that's a game series that I haven't played yet, which is kind of crazy because especially the new God of War series is all surrounded by Norse mythology, which is something that, you know, I am a Norse pagan in, you know, real life. You know, I worship, you know, Thor and Freya and Odin and all that. So it's a game series that I just haven't tackled yet, not because I don't want to, out of, you know, blasphemy. You know, that's not how the gods roll. It's just one of those games that is just so daunting to take on that I just haven't done it yet. But I do plan on doing it on my gaming channel to stream, you know, doing my platinum journey for God of War and God of War Ragnarok, which is very challenging, that from what I've seen. So I'm looking forward to that. And if you want to see that, subscribe to my gaming channel. The link will be in the description. Sifu. I have heard of that game. Never played it though.
Slowclap's popular 2022 beat-em-up Sifu is featured in the trailer. We see a blood-soaked character entering a dojo and gearing up for another
I love that
bloody
art
fight.
style too.
Later, we see a couple of quick
More
shots of a
brushstroke.
violent brawl in a neon-drenched nightclub. It appears that Secret Level is opting for a slightly more realistic animation style compared to the relatively stylized, angular style of the game. We're interested to see just how, if at all, the short tackles the resurrection-based combat of the game.
Spelunky.
The trailer includes a blink-and-you'll-miss-it shot of a Spelunky-themed episode. We briefly glimpse treasure hunter Anna Spelunky stumbling inside a lava-filled cavern. It's quite a treat seeing the quirky indie series being given such an ambitious visual makeover.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've actually never heard of that game.
2291, in an attempt to control violence among deep space miners, the new Earth government legalized no-holds-barred fighting.
Also very briefly seen in the trailer is a quick shot from an Unreal Tournament episode. We can see an arena brandished with the logo for Reardon Dynamics, the company at the heart of the storyline in the Unreal Tournament games.
It's
The
pretty
arena
cool.
is clearly set up for a bloody death match, with two opposing towers that remind us of an indoor version of the iconic Facing Worlds map.
Yeah. That Warhammer I obviously recognize. Never played Warhammer. Another.
It remains to be seen if Henry Cavill's Warhammer 40k series will ever see the light of day, but at least Secret Level has us covered with a Warhammer-themed short. The trailer opens with a scene of Space Marines cutting a bloody swath of destruction, and later, we see a Marine being ambushed by a much larger monster. We also see a shot of a Marine barreling straight into an oncoming vehicle. Basically, this short looks to be the most action-packed and visceral chapter of the Secret Level series.
Yeah, Warhammer is another game series franchise that I've never dived into. I'm not a huge I think because of I know there's different games of it, but the Warhammer that I've seen is all the over the head, tabletop style strategy games, and I personally am not into that style of game. I have dabbled in those games to try to get into them, but I just can't. I do know that there are other, Warhammer games out there. Obviously, there are books and the actual tabletop game, and I'm assuming there's other. But again, it's just not really a franchise that I've got into. But obviously, it looks cool, and yeah, I know Henry Cavill is huge into that universe, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's voice acting the main character in this. If he doesn't get his Warhammer show going, the least they can do is give him a voice line in this. I mean, come on, it's honestly a no-brainer.
You will open the door because you are the chosen.
One of the most intriguing scenes in the trailer is also one of the most mysterious. At one point, we see images of a man being enveloped in glowing pink and blue energy, as if he's bonding with a machine or another life form. We're honestly not sure which game this is meant to represent, but we do know we definitely want to see this episode. Let us know in the comments what game you think is being depicted in that scene, and let us know if we missed anything else in the trailer. And for plenty more Gamescom coverage, make sure you like and subscribe to IGN wherever you watch.
Okay, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, overall, I mean, I love the visual art style of this show. I mean, it's going to be sort of like Star Wars Legends. It's going to be, obviously, Love, Death, and Robots. The creators of that show, or producer of that show, is doing this show as well. They have these different art styles, these animation styles in this show. And I think visually, you can really tell that a lot of care went into creating this series. So I will 100% check that out. I'll find a way to react to it on the channel. I am working on a way to to react to shows and movies on this channel as well, but that'll definitely be on my list. That comes out in December. There's something else that comes out in December. Oh, Creature Commandos also comes out in December, so it'll be a good holiday season, I think. But yeah, so I hope you liked that secondary breakdown. I mean, it was just easier to do that than to go and try to figure out what these games were. Let me know what episode you are excited to see from what we've gathered here today. Are you going to check this show out? What's your favorite video game? The whole spiel. As always, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Jorvik. I'll see you in the next one.